Okay, like I said, Monday, both classes, this class and my 11 o'clock class, neither one recorded, and they could not hear me as easily. So I don't know what happened Monday. I do know, y'all remember me saying about the green lights? The green lights are working on the projector now, or the, what you call it now. So I guess it had something to do with the camera, because the camera and the microphone are together. So we don't have Oconee this morning, so it's only you, Pendleton, so y'all gonna have to keep it down.
Gosh, they actually didn't keep it down.
All right, so, and I'm gonna go over these homework questions for the people that have put off homework to the last minute. And pretty much, because I should have gone over these questions about a week ago, but I'm not going to fuss about it. And then I'm going to go into 4.1 again, because since it did not record, I feel like I owe it to everybody to go over it again, even though we didn't go over too much. So that way, everybody will have, Sandy Springs' power is out. And Oconee's internet is out, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the Ukrainians. Let's see what this says. There are two separate issues. The Oconee campus is out. They got to cut fiber. Blue Ridge cut the fiber optics cable. And it says something. And there's a Sandy Spring power outage. Also.
Wi-Fi are you on? Because my Wi-Fi's not working.
Sorry, Pendleton. You can still have class.
Your house? I'm just using my data.
And my phone says it's 9/11.
I tried to
Yeah, it's not.
I don't know what's going on with my phone. Second time it's done that. All right, so here we go. Y'all ready? All right, now 3.3. Number 25. And I'm going to go over these kind of fast, so make sure you got your pencils ready and make sure you write fast. If not, watch the video. So, we've got a find the x-intercepts. Let me hit my whiteboard. And can y'all see the whiteboard, Pendleton?
No.
Yes or
Now
no?
we can. Now we can. Now we can.
Okay. All right, so here's the problem, and let's see what it says. Look for the x-intercepts. So do the quadratic, and we're just going to find the x-intercepts. So 36 x squared plus 84 x plus blank is equal to negative 49 plus blank. Factor out of 36. That's going to give me x squared plus 84 over 36. We'll reduce that. Plus blank is equal to negative 49 plus 36 times blank. Now, you actually could do this by factoring out a common term. Are y'all going to talk? What are y'all talking about?
None.
Well, y'all talk, but y'all talk when I'm talking. And then when I ask y'all to talk, y'all don't talk. So why y'all doing that? I'm just asking. I'm not mad. I'm just asking. Y'all look like I'm mad. I'm not mad. All right. So you could actually, you might be able to do this by factoring. I don't know if you can factor out something, but I'm not going to worry about that. I just do complete and square because you can do complete and square with anything. So 84 over 36, that'll go down to what, 42 over 18? 42 over 18, and that'd be 21 over what, 6? Huh?
Ruin over 9.
No, thank you. And that'll be 7 over what, 3? So does that reduce down to 7 over 3? Okay. So 36 x squared plus 7 over 3 x plus blank is equal to negative 49 plus 36 times blank. Now, 7 over 3, I'm going to do that in green. 7 over 3 divided by 2 over 1 squared is 7 over 3 multiplied by what? 1/2 squared, which is 7 over what? 6 squared, which is what? 49 over
36.
49 over 36.
Oh.
So now that 36 is going to cancel. We're going to get 36 times x plus 7/6 quantity squared is equal to negative 49 plus 49 is what? It's a miracle. It looks like to me we can go ahead. We know that the vertex is what now? 7/6 and 0. What happens when your discriminant is 0? That means it's sitting on the x-axis. You only got one x-intercept, so therefore that's your x-intercept. Now you can keep going if you want to, but it's going to give you that. So x plus 7/6 quantity squared is equal to 0, because 0 divided by 36. Take the square root. Get your calculators out and take the square root of 0. X is equal to what? Negative 7/6, which should be what we got there. So here, the discriminant is only giving us one x-intercept. So you just type in, I'm just going to type in 3 because I don't know if it needs parentheses and all that, so I'm just going to type in 3. Is this a test question? Yes. And you see the answer is negative 7/6. And see, I would have typed in negative 7/6 comma 0 because that's the x-intercept. But 7/6 is good. Capiche?
Sure.
All right, next one. That'll take care of that one, which delete. 3.4, number 11. Let's go ahead and check to see. Okay, so that's two people sending the same question. So, number 11. A piece of cardboard is 2.1 times as long as it is wide. So 2.1 times as long. So the length is equal to 2.1 times x, because your length is 2.1 times longer than this side. So that takes care of that. Let's see what else it says. It is to be made into a box with an open top by cutting a 3-inch square from each corner. So that means 6 inches from this side and 6 inches on this side, because 3 plus 3 is what? 6. So you got to remember that. You can't just say 3. So that means that x will have to be greater than 6. And then you got 2.1 minus 6, and then x minus 6, and then you're going to multiply those two together, because what's the area? Area is length times what? Volume is length times width times height. So no matter what you're going to do, you're going to multiply these two and get a polynomial. And I think that's what you did right there, right? Okay? And did it length times width times height? Now that's it. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, you could use the quadratic formula here. I'm going to use completing the square, and I'm going to multiply by 10. Why am I going to multiply by 10? That's not rhetorical. Why am I going to multiply by 10? Exactly. Now remember, you're multiplying by 2.1 minus x minus 6 times what? What's the depth of this box? 3. Because if you fold those up, y'all ain't never seen a pizza box before? Okay? That's what it looks like when you get a Domino's pizza and you flatten it out. That's basically part of it, what it looks like. And then when you fold it up, that 3 becomes the depth of the pizza. So you're going to have to multiply length times width times height. So that's going to be this times this times this. And then you're going to multiply that by what? 10. So here we go. 6.3 x squared minus 55.8x plus 108. I'm going to multiply by 10. That's going to give me 63x squared minus 558x plus 1080 is equal to 0. 63x minus 558x plus blank is equal to 1080 minus 1080 plus blank. I'm going to factor out a 63. Is that Oconee? Not Oconee. Yeah. Nope. What is it? What's so funny? Something funny? If it's something funny, I want to hear about it. Alright, so 63, we're going to factor that out. 63, that's going to give me x squared minus, I'm going to go ahead and do 558 divided by 63. I'm just going to do that right now. I'm not going to try to do it in my head or anything. Is equal to negative 1080 plus 63 times blank. Alright, 558 is even, 63, so only thing I know is 63 is 9 and 7. And I don't think 9 and 7 go into 558. So I'm just going to kind of leave it right there right now. I don't know. Let's see. So now I'm going to take 558 over 63, divide it by 1 over, or divide it by 2 over 1, square it, and that's going to give me 558 over 63 multiplied by 1/2 squared. And that's going to give me 558 over, what is that, 126 squared. It's going to give us two BA numbers, but I'm just going to write 558 squared 126. So I'm just going to square that. And over here, 558 over 126 squared. And that's going to give me 63 times x minus 558 over 63. Quantity squared is equal to, now somebody take 558 squared and divide by 126 squared and tell me what you get. Because I'm not going to try to, I'm just going to do it. Somebody calculate the right hand side for me and tell me what you get. 558 squared divided by 126 squared. Or you can take 558 divided by 126 and then square that.
I got like a 19x.
Me too.
Is that what both of y'all got? 19.6?
Yeah.
Everybody else get 19.6? Okay, thank you for responding, everybody.
Sure.
2 people, thank you. All right, and now we're going to divide by 63, divide by 63, and x minus 558 over 63, quantity squared, is equal to, somebody give me 19.6 divided by 63.
0.31.
I'm sorry, what?
0.31.
0.31 Now I'm going to take the square root of both sides, and of course, can we have a negative depth? No. So we're not going to worry about the negative, but I'm going to go ahead and put positive or negative. So somebody, what's 558 divided by 63?
8.85.
Is it 8.85? So x minus 8.85 quantity squared is equal to 0.31. Take the square root of both sides. X minus 8.85 is equal to positive or negative. What's the square root of 0.31?
0.55.
0.55?
0.56.
0.56?
Yeah.
And now add 8.85. Yeah, we're going to have two positives. So, I'm going to let y'all do that. Positive
9.4.
9 point what?
4. On the right side.
What?
On the right side, adding.
Okay, what's the other number? 9.4 and what? Evidently I'm doing something wrong. Wrong answers. What's negative 0.56 plus 8.85? 9.
8.29.
Thank you. 8.2. Now it looks like I've got something wrong, and it might be that 19.6 divided by that 19.6. I don't know. That might be right. I don't know. Y'all check that. That's where I think the mistake is, if it is. Somebody check it, please. Check 558 divided by 126 and square it. Or take 558 squared and divide by 126 squared. So it is 19.6?
19.6.
I have no idea what's wrong. No, I don't know if the computer's wrong or not, but I very rarely do a complete and a square and it not be correct.
Maybe you're
This is for the
rounding.
length, and we have to plug it in.
No, that ain't rounding. See, the answer is 22. Unless we need to plug back in.
Yeah, we need to plug it in.
Oh, okay. I thought they were wanting the x-intercepts. Okay. So it says, for what dimensions of the bottom of the box will be the volume 520? Oh, we've got to, wait a minute. We should have plugged that in. Yeah, we should have plugged that in. I'm sorry. We should have said the whole thing is equal to 520. My bad. All right, let's redo it. I didn't read the directions. That's what happens when you don't read the directions. So, since the volume is equal to 520, and since this is equal to volume, you're going to set this equal to that. My bad. So, 6.3 x squared minus 55.8x plus 108 is equal to 520. Everybody with me? All right, now you can take the 108 over or whatever and add your blanks. I don't care. I don't care what you do. It's going to be the same. So 6.3 x squared minus 55.8x plus blank. Somebody tell me what 520 minus 108 is.
412.
412 plus blank. And now I'm going to add the 10, multiply by 10 across the board, and that's going to give me 63 x squared minus 55.8 plus blank is equal to 4120 plus blank. Now I'm going to divide by 63, and that's going to give me x squared minus 558 over 63. did we do 63? Was that 63 before or 68? I thought, was that 63 before?
Yeah.
Well, y'all have it in your notes, don't you?
Yes.
Well, look at it.
Yeah.
It's either yes or no.
Yes.
Okay. Y'all sound like y'all don't know where you at. Okay, so 4120 plus 63 times blank. Okay, let's go ahead and just change it 558. Let's change it to a decimal because I don't want to write it all. So that would be 63 times x squared minus, what's 558 divided by 63?
8.86.
Plus blank is equal to 4120 plus 63 times blank. Now take 8.86, divide it by 2, and square it. What do you get? 19.6. We got that a while ago, didn't we?
Yo.
Yeah, but we had a different number over here, which makes a whole lot of difference. $63 x minus 8.86. No, what is it?
Minus
4.43, thank you. Quantity squared is equal to, somebody do this and tell me what you get.
1,235.6.
Okay, now solve it. Go ahead and solve it. Now, 4.43, that's another vertex because we had to add that, so we're not doing that. So go ahead and finish it. So divide by 63,
19.6.
and that's x minus 4.43 squared is equal to, what'd you say?
19.6.
Shut it out.
Wow, that's all right. That came out to 19.6.
Oh, because we didn't, because we needed to add the
1235.
Okay, so y'all didn't do 1235.6 is not right? Okay, let's try it again. 4120 plus 63 times 19.6. What is it?
5,354.8.
5,000, what?
354.
354.8.
0.8.
Divide that by 63. And just to let you know, this is a good homework problem, but it is not a good test problem because it's going all over the place. So what is 54.8 divided by 63?
85.
I'm sorry, what?
85.
85. Take the square root of both. Well, that's going to be easy. That's going to be what, 9.2? So that's going to be x minus 4.43 is equal to positive or negative. Is it 9.2?
Yes, sir.
And then x is equal to positive or negative 9.2 plus 4.43. And that's going to give us, I don't know what they're doing. So, yes, what's your question?
Oh, no,
Where's all your notebook and where's your pencil?
It's been answered, my question.
Oh, somebody get the answers there because I don't know what they're doing.
And I kind of just gave
It looks like to me they're setting this equal to 520 and this equal to 800, but I'm not, evidently I'm missing something or this is not a good question. Let me see what they're doing. I know that they're equaling x minus 6, and then multiply that by 3. I'm just trying to see if, yeah, there's the height, multiply by 3. There it is. I hope y'all, let's see. All right, now set that equal to 520. That's what I did. And they're using the quadratic. But you should be able to get the same thing. We got 412 over here, didn't we? Yep. Okay, let me see what they're doing. Okay, there's their answer. Of course, not the same one. And then I'm trying to see what they do. They're plugging the positive, which I never got from y'all because y'all didn't tell me what 9 plus 4 is. Yeah, you plug it back into the length. Okay.
I think it's 13.6.
Okay, so you got 13.6 down at the bottom. I see what they're doing now. 13 point what?
5 is correct.
Okay, I don't care about that. It's 13.5 or 13.6. I'm gonna say 13.5. All right, so you're gonna, why didn't I use negative?
Because you can't have it there.
Exactly, look on the highway signs on the interstate. You never see a negative 15 miles. All right, so we got a positive, so now we take the length, which is way up in the problem. I hate problems. It's kind of like those problems back when you were in grammar school and they asked you, John has $15 of change in his pocket. You'll know which one, and he has 3 quarters. How many pennies does he have? Oh, come on. I'm in a pissy mood already. Y'all can tell, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to. Let me just go over here and. Okay, there. Now, somebody take 13.5 and multiply by 2.1. Or 2.1 minus 6, I'm sorry. 2.1 times 13.5 minus 6. What do you get?
22.35.
Okay, that should be one side.
I got 22.
Let me just pull up the calculator, because evidently there's some kind of problem with y'all in the calculator today. So, okay, 22 point what?
35.
Okay, now take 13.5 and minus 6.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Okay, so look down here, and that should be your answers. And it is. And if you'll look right here, they give you a little bit of what? A little bit of tolerance. They say 22.6 or 22.7. Here, you got 7 point, okay. They just give you 7.6 here. Okay. So they don't give you any tolerance here, but here they give you a little bit of tolerance. That, yes, that's fine and dandy, but I don't, you can do that one by quadratic formula, or you can do it by completing the square, but that's how you do it. Is it a good problem? It's good for homework, but I'm not going to ask you that on the test, because that to me is a little bit tedious.
I got lost on that. That's why I sent it in.
That's fine.
I got lost.
You deserve to get lost on that one because it's tedious. All right, let's look at, is that 13? Is that the same one? That's not the same one, is it? No. All right, this is one I might give you on the test. All right, a kite is flying. Now you got to remember, what is the Pythagorean Theorem?
A squared plus B squared.
Exactly, and you're going to use that. And let's talk about how to pronounce it, because I don't want you to sound ignorant. Pythagorean. All right, that's how you say it. A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. That's C. It doesn't matter. A and B is what? Commutative. So it doesn't matter which one you pick. So x minus 14 is A. and B is x. So plug in what?
Plug in
Good job. X minus 14, quantity squared, plus x squared is equal to 34 squared. All right, go to it. Shortcut number 2. I'll do this one for you. That's x squared.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
And I would do 34 squared for you, but I'm going to let y'all do it. What's 34 squared?
1,156. 1,156.
1,156. And this is going to be x squared minus 28x plus 196. And yes, you should know 14 squared because high schoolers should know up to 15. And most of y'all were in high school, so. What's x squared plus x squared?
2x squared.
Minus 28x plus 196 is equal to 1156. Subtract 196. Add your blanks. 2x squared minus 28x plus blank. Somebody help me out there. Plus blank. What's 1156 minus 200? That'd be,
It's 960.
how much?
960.
960?
Yes, sir.
All right, go to it. I'm already 30 minutes into class. Well, at least I ain't got to worry about homework questions after this class because homework's due tonight. So.
How does it back?
I thought it was 2.
I still got a bunch of people in the online class. I don't know what they're waiting on. So there's going to be a couple of pretty good games on this weekend. They're not cupcakes either. LSU is going to be, Georgia is going to be playing Florida, right?
No, we play South Carolina.
Okay, it's LSU in Florida. That's the game of the week.
Oh, yeah.
I hope it's a game.
I hope 4 wins.
I hope not. LSU's going to win because LSU is a team to watch this year.
Yeah.
Because I really don't think the top 3 are going to hang on to the top 3. Yeah, South Carolina, I'm not going to talk about the coaches because they suck. But South Carolina's got a tough schedule. South Carolina's got one of the toughest schedules in the SEC. They play like 4 top 5 teams. And they got a coaching staff that couldn't tell you how to make a ham sandwich. Or somebody. I don't know which one it is. But nobody's going to comment, I guess. Okay, whatever. Nobody's going to say anything.
Math takes a lot of thinking. I can't talk and do math.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet.
I got the answer.
I'm watching.
I won't let y'all work because some of y'all are excited you got the answer. And you got a neighbor copying you, so. Hope Diamond's trying to figure out what she's doing. She got a keychain, looks like Hope Diamond, dang old Titanic, dang old woman throwing it over the edge.
Yeah.
So have y'all seen Joker yet? I asked y'all that Monday, but
No.
hurry up, you need to go see it. Well, y'all probably wouldn't like it.
It really was not good.
I thought it was very good. Now, I'm looking at acting and looking at, you know, what the subject was about.
Did you feel sympathy?
Live the opposite of what
Huh?
Feel sympathy?
Yeah,
The one
honestly, because I went through a divorce and my father died at the same
Yeah,
time,
sure.
and I thought I was at the bottom. Good God. That boy, he couldn't do anything. I mean, if he touched it, it turned black. So, he did a good job acting. That was a good acting job.
I don't pay attention to actors.
I know. That's like going to class and not paying attention to the.
I think
I can't watch a movie with bad actors. I just
Well, this one was not bad acting. It was good acting.
As long as they stay in character, most actors don't pay attention.
Nowadays,
Storyline.
yeah, nowadays people don't like it because it don't have, you know, everybody's got spoiled on Marvel Comics now. So if you go to a movie and it doesn't have somebody jumping out of a window or somebody flying the speed of sound, you get, oh, I don't like it. So, like I said, everything's about raising the bar. When you lower the bar, that's what happens. All right, y'all finished? So I'm going to factor out that 2, and that's going to be 2, and then x squared minus 14x plus blank is equal to 960 plus 2 times blank. Half of 7 is what? I'm sorry. Half of 14 is what? 7 squared?
49.
49. So that's going to be 2 times x minus 7, quantity squared, is equal to 960 plus 98. So 960 plus 100 is 1060 minus 2 is 1058.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was supposed to do that the long, drawn-out way. X minus 7, quantity squared, divide by 2, divide by 2, 529.
Yeah.
And that is a perfect square.
It is.
Hold on. Let's see. 25 is 625. 25. 23. Square root. So that's going to be x minus 7 is equal to, let me just go over here. X minus 7 is equal to 23. And x is equal to 30. Why did I not do the negative?
Because you can't have
Can't have a negative. Now I heard somebody say, I wish I could do that. What? Well, I know 25, and this is one thing that you ought to know. 25 is equal to 625. So all I did was go down from 25 until I could find a number that ended with what? 9. What's 3 times 3? 9. So I knew it was 23. That's called critical thinking. Yeah, that's not taught to y'all in high school. It's called coaching in high school. Coaching to a test.
Who sent this question?
I don't know. Let's look and make fun of them. You want to make fun of them?
Yeah.
Okay, let's make fun of them. I have no idea.
Oh, you sent it?
Miss Oops! Okay, everybody make fun of her. No, that was a good, you picked a good test question.
I had to do that one.
Okay, you're not gonna get a attaboy. Narcissist. All right, let's go ahead and you'll see that commercial. What about my problem? Classic narcissism. Forget it. 15. I'm just gonna forget about going over new material today because. All right, manager of a 90. We did this one.
Yeah, that's one.
We did this one the other day.
Yes.
Oh, it's not a good one. The reason it's not a good one is because the first part of it doesn't make any sense. So I went over that one with you the other day. I'm not going over that one today.
Oh, yeah.
This one, number 17. Okay, let me tell you what to do on this one. You need to clear the fraction probably, oh, wait a minute. That's v squared. Okay, this is plug and chug. All right, so it says if a person shoots a basketball overhand from a position of 8 feet above the floor, then the path of the basketball through the hoop can be modeled by the parabola blah, 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 blah. Where V is the what?
Velocity.
Velocity of the ball in feet per second. Y is the height of the hoop, and X is the distance away from the hoop. If the basketball hoop is 10 feet high, so what are you going to plug 10 in for Y? And basketball is 14 feet away, that's X. What initial velocity V should the basketball have? So we're going to have to plug and chug. I have no idea what this is going to look like, but we're going to plug it in anyway. So we're looking for V, right? So negative 16 parentheses squared over 0.434 V squared. The reason I didn't use parentheses is because that's what we're solving for. Plus 1.15 parentheses plus 8. And that's equal to parentheses. And 10 feet is equal to 14 feet, 14 feet. Now somebody go ahead and do this over here. I'm just going to minus 8. 10 minus 8, that takes care of that. And then minus 1.15 times 14 is equal to negative 16 times 14 squared over 0.434 V squared. So somebody do that on the right, left-hand side, please, and don't mess it up. Now, to get, well, let's go ahead and just knock that out.
14.1.
I'm sorry, what'd you get over here?
Negative 14.1.
Has everybody else got that?
Yes, sir.
Good. All right, now somebody do the top over here. 14 squared, which is 196. 196 times negative 16.
3,136. A negative.
3,136 even?
Yes.
All right, divided by 0.434 V squared. How do you get rid of a fraction?
You're multiplied by 6.
By the denominator, right? So I'm going to multiply both sides by 0.434 V squared.
Excuse me, Hubert, wouldn't it be easier just to multiply it by V squared?
Yes, you could do that. But the reason I'm getting everything on one, if you multiply by V squared, whoever asked that, if you multiply by V squared, you still got another calculation to do. So the reason I'm going to multiply by, I'm getting everything on one level. I'm getting rid of the whole fraction. You can do that if you want to. Where am I? V squared. Okay, so that's going to give me a new equation, and that new equation is going to look like this. 0.434 V squared times negative 14.1 is equal to, and that's going to cancel over there, and it's negative 3136. Now, how do I get V by itself? Not subtract. I divide by 0.434 and 14 because multiplication is what? Starts with a C. What is multiplication? Commutative. So if I do it, if I multiply 0.434 times 14.1, I can divide by that also. So I'm going to divide by 0.434 times negative 14.1, and I'm going to do that over here. And yes, you could do this in different steps. I don't care. I don't really care about when you do it. And you get v squared. I need somebody to do that for me. Take 0.434 times negative 14.1 and divide that into negative. It's going to be positive, so we'll go ahead and put the positive. Don't worry about the sign. Take 3136 and divide it by parentheses 0.434 times 14.1. Sorry, 14.1. Close parentheses. Tell me what you get.
512.5.
512.5. Do we have a second? If somebody confirm that.
Yes.
Okay? Take the square root of both sides. The velocity, the initial velocity is what?
22.6.
22.6 feet per what? Second. That's if everybody gave me the right calculations. A should be round to the nearest hundred. I hope y'all rounded right. I'm just going to put 3 in because I don't feel like playing their games.
That is 100.
I don't want to play no games.
Always got comedians.
I'm the comedian.
Sound effects and comedians.
They be that way.
22.64.
Look at that.
We got it. Now, what it says, what is the maximum height of the basketball? Okay, well, if this is the initial velocity, if this is the velocity, we're going to plug that back in, and then we're going to solve for what? X. So we're going to plug that back in, 22.6, plug that into the original equation. Good gracious. Okay, so we're going to take that 22.6, and what is that? That's V, right?
Yes.
So plug it back in, and you're going to get Y is equal to, I need y'all to do that first part. I need you to take 0.434 and multiply by 22.6 quantity squared. Somebody do that for me. So that's going to be 0.434 times 22 point, better do 0.64 squared. Somebody tell me what you get.
9.8.
9.80. Did everybody get that?
22.46.
I'm sorry, say it one more time.
222.46.
Did everybody get that? Yes or no? I need a yes or no. We can't go on until we confirm.
Oh, I got 2,200. 2,000. It's
0.434.
Oh yeah, never mind. So yeah, that's right.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah.
All right, now divide that. Divide 16 by 224.46. Negative. What's 16 divided by 224.46? Negative 16 divided by 222.46.
Negative 0.07.
Point what?
07.
0.07 x squared plus 1.15x plus 8. Now what do you have? You've got the velocity of the basketball, so the velocity of the basketball is going. You got it going. Now you can project what? You can find the vertex. Yes? Oh, that's a question. All right, multiply by 100, right? So 0 is equal to negative 7x squared plus 115x plus 800. All right, let's start with that. I'm going to erase all this now.
You complete the square.
Oh, you don't have to go all the way through. All you got to do is find the vertex. So negative 7x squared plus 115x plus blank is equal to negative 800 plus blank. Negative 7x squared plus, what's 115 divided by 7? It's going to be negative. 115 divided by 7, what is it?
Negative 16.4.
Negative 16.4x plus blank is equal to negative 800 plus 7 times, plus a negative 7 times blank. 16.4 divided by 2 is 8.2. 8.2 squared is what?
67.24.
67.24. 67.24. Did everybody get 67.24?
Yes.
All right, so that's going to be negative 7 times x minus 8.2 quantity squared is equal to, isn't that 8.2? Should be.
Yeah.
All right, somebody take negative 800 minus whatever this is, 7 times 67.24. Negative 7, or not negative, because I got the negative. What's 7 times 67.24?
1270.68.
1270.68. Is that what you got? The person needs to confirm it or deny it. 7 times 67.24. Y'all act like it's like writing with page 7 page paper.
No, I didn't get that.
470.
I got 472. 470.68.
He just added them together.
Yeah.
That's
the whole
negative
thing.
800.
Okay, is 1270 correct?
No.
Now,
I think I heard yeah and no altogether.
Raise the 800 and then it would be. It's,
All I asked for, and this is nothing but simple directions. What is 7 times 67.24?
470.68.
Remember, I'm teaching y'all how to do this. I'm not skipping 5 steps. 470 point what? 68. Now, negative 7 times x minus 8.2 quantity squared, and now you get negative 1270.68. Now, before we do this, we got to divide by negative 7. Or am I getting the x-intercepts? I'm getting the x-intercepts, right? What's 1270 divided by negative? Do that one on the right. I'll take it to that last step. X minus 8.2 quantity squared. And what is
181.5.
181.5? And that's going to be feet. I think we're a little bit high on that one. I think we might have done something wrong on that one. Let me guess, it's time to go.
10 minutes
That's
ago.
fine, sir.
I hate these Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
All right, let's go ahead and I'll give you the answer here, and we'll do this Friday when we come back. But I thought I must have done something wrong or got a bad number from somebody. 12.6. Yeah, we've done something wrong. I knew that was too high. I don't think you can throw a daggum basketball 200 feet in the air. All right.
No, I think it's that you add 4 to 7 instead of subtract it, right? No.
Sit down, please.
No, you subtract it.
I'm making sure. I've done something. Something's wrong. We'll figure it out Friday. Just remind me to start with this, okay? I'm not going to start. Don't send no more questions because the test and the homework's due tonight. But I will finish these questions. I wasn't able to finish them, so I don't know what I'll do Friday anyway. I'll see y'all. Y'all get out of here.